I got banned for real this time. So I just got my third, I believe, ban from the Discord. I'm genuinely in shock because the reason makes no sense to me. So following like Crusher's video, Sheep's video, and then my video, which I posted this morning. So a few hours following my video, they put this like announcement in the content creator only chat that said the content creator role is a privilege. The CC role is a way of helping to promote Deepwoken content to help channels network, get an audience, and grow. We may remove your content creator role at any point if you create content which we do not wish to endorse. So we talked about this a little more. There was a couple back and forths about what that actually means. And it sort of broke into this massive argument. I wish I could show the messages. I wish I had more information. This is a couple hours ago. Dozens of people were talking, and I can now not go back and look because I'm banned, so I don't have all the specifics. At one point, I'm arguing that, okay, I don't believe that my initial ban was justified. And every video I've talked about this, I said I was banned for having not safe for work warrants. I've never tried to lie about that. I had one warn, which when I sent Prime a dong, that's on me. I apologize to Archmage about that. We're good. Like, Arch and I talked about these warns. The fucking developer of the game. We spoke and we're good. We're on great terms. The second warn was a literal meme, which, by the way, I was not warned for. They say I was warned. That's not in my dyno logs. When I pressed a mod to actually tell me what happened, he said I was timed out. So that's not a warn. And then my third warn was for that fucking image that I stole out of Player General and then reposted, which is like, he's knocked, Reaper him. So I was trying to argue that those last two warns, they aren't even really not safe for work. I didn't think it was justified. Rat Removal said they are justified. You're wrong. You deserve to be banned because you're a weirdo. My immediate response was, don't call me a weirdo when there like have been pedophiles on the staff. Like, I was very quick about it. Don't call me a weirdo. Don't get on your high horse when there have been literal like half a dozen pedophiles removed from the staff. You legit have sheltered pedophiles through like the last year and a half. Don't say shit to me about being weird or not safe for work warnings. He immediately got all up on his face. He said, that's a crazy accusation to make. And I very clearly, within that same minute, said, I'm not accusing you. I'm not accusing anyone. Because it's true. The ROM videos prove that. I'm not accusing people of being pedophiles. There were pedophiles in the staff. You know, no one's really talked about it. It's kind of been hush-hush. They don't like to talk about Kit Mars either. Well, Kit Mars would have people send him nudes for legendary weapons, and then he would use those pictures and blackmail them into continuing to send him images. Yeah. So another member of the staff that was a pedophile that they kind of just, people don't really talk about. So, yeah, that's where that conversation ended. Like, Arch came in and he said, okay, both sides, like, we just want what's best for the game. People sort of calmed down some. A few minutes ago, someone made a joke like, oh, can I, like, make a joke about an issue that Valkus had months ago with Natoons, with using his character in thumbnails. Alphabetical said, and again, Alphabetical is a senior mod. He said, that's fine, just use common sense. Well, I thought this was a good opportunity to actually talk about what this new rule, or I guess this reinstated rule means. And I said, what does that mean to use common sense? The first thing he says to me is, do I have to explain how to be a normal person to you? Which I think is disrespectful. I think that's a personal attack, but whatever. I say, common sense is entirely subjective based on like your upbringing, your peers, what you believe in. What I think is completely fine, completely normal, might be deeply offensive to someone else. The analogy I made was the Valkus thing that legit was brought up to him that started this conversation. Valkus used Natoon's like character model for a thumbnail. Natoons got pissed and said, if you and Supa continue to do this, I'm going to take your roles away or you're going to get banned from the Discord. One of the two. I said, okay, here's an example. That's not common sense at all. That's completely absurd. Like trying to copyright a Deepwoken character and then punishing somebody in the Discord for it. That makes no sense at all. He like trolled the conversation. He wouldn't actually address my points. He just said like, find me an example of somebody being warned or threatened or banned. And I said, like, www./Valkus, like, the video's on his channel. It's legit what we're talking about right now. And he just trolled me. And he said, like, if you're going to be a yapper, at least be consistent. So I said, this message here, you're actually a moron, but deep mod is the best thing you've got going for you. So I expected too much. Within 20 seconds of saying this, I was banned from the server. Almost immediately. Boom. Boom, boom. Banned from the server. Nope. That was like not okay. He says it's because I called him a moron and I said he has a room temperature IQ. I didn't say he has a room temperature IQ. You can look at the messages. Any other CC who see this, if they haven't like deleted my messages, I say Give me more than a room temperature IQ take. If somebody asks, hey, what are the rules? What am I allowed to do? And they say, use common sense. What does that mean? Half these rules aren't common sense. We all believe in different things. We have different morals. Again, what I think is okay might not be okay for someone else. I think that was a perfectly reasonable question to ask. I wasn't trying to start a fight. I was simply asking, what does that mean? What are we allowed to talk about without risking losing our role? Because the way that their announcement reads to me says, fall in line with what the staff believes in, fall in line with the moral compass of the mod staff, or you will be punished, which I don't think is fair. So I just asked, like, what does that mean? He wasn't having it. Immediately, people started to press alphabetical and the mods inside the CC chat and general chat because it's absurd. You just banned me out of the game for calling you a moron. The moment I was banned, a different mod called me an idiot. They flame me all the time. They call me an idiot. They call me weird. They call me stupid. That shit happens to me all the time. Like shit talking, like I've been shit talked. I've shit talked them. That's never been a problem. But Buddy got his feelings hurt, I guess, and then he flipped shit. So as people press them more about like, that's not a valid reason to ban him, that's not even really a good reason to unroll him, they started to backtrack and they said, well, he had previous warns and he said that we're sheltering pedophiles. Like I addressed earlier in the video, you did. Like there were pedophiles on the staff. That's not an accusation. That 1,000% happened. Like that's not like a gray area. That totally happened. Ron proved it. So don't call me weird when all that shit is happening on your team. Another, like, the people you're supposed to be responsible for, there's so many of them are pedophiles, you just don't know. That was my point. Like, don't call me weird when I sent memes when so much shit has gone wrong on the staff. Another thing that they brought up is that I have previous warns. So 2 of my warns from April of 2022, in less than 30 days, will be 2 years old. And another warn from March of last year, which about in a month, about in 30 days, that will have been a year ago. Legit, they say you cannot be punished or you won't be banned for things you said 2 years ago or a year ago. I just was. I just got banned for warns that I was already unbanned for. I was banned almost all of 2023. I spoke with Archmage. He unbanned me. I thought we had a clear slate. They just re-banned me for something I was already unbanned for. What? Huh? This whole thing sort of proves my point. Like, one of the main reasons I was asking was just for clarification in case something like this happened, and it immediately did. They can just ban you for whatever they want. Common sense, using common sense means do not piss me off. Fall in line, do what I do, say what I say, don't disagree with me, or you will be punished for it. Like, I really don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say.